Well, good morning, everybody. Happy day 9 of Vlogmas, and welcome to Quilt Meets World, where we have adventures and piecing and joy. I'm Russ, and we are opening up our Vlogmas day 9. I have in this hand the Missouri Star countdown to Jenny's countdown to Christmas. I want to make sure I get the branding right. And then in this hand, we have the Frantastic Advent box that my sister so graciously agreed to make for me. As a reminder, I paid for both of these with my own dollars. I paid full price for the Missouri Star one, and I reimbursed my sister for all the dollars that she told me she spent. So I think that is, Russ gets to have a fair and unbiased or unadulterated, is my opinions. So opening up the Missouri Star Day 9, we have okay. So at first I thought I was going to have a little bit of a case for some of the stuff that I'm like, I need to buy a case for. But no, we have what's in this case, a bias tape toolkit, which has instructions and size chart included. So I'm not certain what. Okay. So this is Russ's never made bias tape. And included are what I'm guessing are the tools that you use to help make some bias tape. It's got double fold and single fold. It says single fold is great use for applique. And double fold bias tape is ideal for binding smaller projects that have curves, require less bulk, or have minimal washing and wear, such as table toppers and wall hangings. So I don't know exactly what single fold bias tape is really used for, but it looks like double fold is basically a type of binding, where I guess you pre-make your folds and everything, and then you do something like that. I've never done bias tape, so I really have no idea how this works, what to do with this. In my 17 years of quilting, I've never used bias tape. I've seen it and stuff like that. I never have known the purpose of it. So if anybody wants to tell me what kind of cool purposes there are for bias tape, I would appreciate it. But if I haven't used it in 17 years, I don't know how much I'm going to use it in the next 17 years. We will see. For the Frantastic box, which she likes to use these gift boxes, and they're all basically everything is coming out the same size. Let's see what we have in here. We have something else that is nicely wrapped in a little bit of tissue paper. And per usual, let me set that over here, it comes with a note. And the note says, today's Advent surprise is a book about organizing your scrap fabrics and turning those tiny treasures into beautiful quilts. May it spark fresh ideas, tidy corners, and joyful stitching sessions as you breathe new life into every leftover bit. Here's to creativity, color, and making magic from the scraps. So I do have scraps that I have all over the place because I tend to overbuy, especially if it's a fabric that I really like. And I'm skimming in here trying to see if there's anything that I can easily show that doesn't have instructions on the same page. But I really don't. Wait. Is there any? So it has, like, what are these things called? Placemats. I'm really trying to skim. It does have a lot of really cool patterns in here for, and I really like this one. Let's see. There is this one. It's like a star block that is just surrounded by more and more blocks of scraps. So that might be an idea of things to do. It comes with stickers, I guess, to help organize your pantry and stuff. So I'm going to have to sit here, probably read through this, and because it's probably has a couple projects to start with, to go from small, because the way that the stickers are, it has different size scraps, and then it's got different units in here. So I'm guessing there's ways to make your units, and I guess there's specific size units in here that they say, and then you can make it into a quilt when you get done. So given a book, which is always really useful and something I've never used before, I got more preference to the book, just because it's always fun to have patterns, and I feel like Russ really needs to do something more with his scraps, because Russ has got to do stuff with his scraps, otherwise he's going to run out of room. So for yesterday's puzzle, when we left it, we had these letters in here. And a lot of y'all were easy able to figure it out. So we start filling in our random letters. And it looks like we have a puzzle for a change that doesn't have the word Christmas in it, which is, pretty nifty. And it got down to the last letter again, and we have I saw Mommy kissing Santa Claus. I didn't know that Santa had that much riz, because, Mommy, she just, had to have it. So let's get the puzzle reset and then go into Advent Puzzle Day 9. And yeah, that looks kind of interesting. Let's get our R, S, T, L, N, and E. This looks like it's a pretty fun one. So if you have an idea at what this puzzle is, leave a comment down below in the comment box. I am collecting all the correct comments, and they're going to be put into a drawing for a prize at the end of Vlogmas. And let's see, you have until tomorrow's video is posted. So I like to say you have 24 hours, because I'm posting these at the same time every day. But it's really less than 24 hours, because if you see this at 5 o'clock, you need to get it in, because it gets posted the next morning. And like I said, all correct comments are going to be put into a drawing, and just make sure you get them in on time. So that concludes our Vlogmas Day 9. I've been having a lot of fun putting these together, and it's just been a lot of fun opening the gifts. Lots of exciting stuff has been coming into here, and I can't wait to see what's happening tomorrow. So until then, Merry Vlogmas.